Hi, my name is Dr. Simon Agger, chiropractor and clinical nutritionist, and today we're talking about surviving the holidays. And here's some tips for you over the next few days. We've come through Christmas. Some of you are feeling a little sluggish. Maybe you're already starting to look towards the new year. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to look at how to make the body run better. Here's you, here's festive goodness, here's celebrating with friends and family, and when the food comes down, I want you to make sure you chew the food in the teeth with the teeth in the mouth. That's going to break down the food and ensure that we get better digestion, so it doesn't have to work as hard down here. Because we're getting a lot of things that we don't normally get this time of year with our diet and festivities. So if we can chew the food at least 9 or 10 times before you swallow. If you can also try not to dilute your food with liquid, because that's going to make the digestive enzymes less potent if it's diluted with liquids. So try and eat away from liquids if you can. Chew your food well, and when it comes down into the stomach here, common digestive stress that people get are heartburn and a bloating and gas and fullness. And to avoid that, if you can take some digestive enzymes, have a look in your cupboard, see if there's any HCl, betaine HCl. That'll help break down the proteins so you don't get gassy, and it'll also take down putrefaction of the food rotting in your stomach, which will give you a lot of gas and bad breath. HCl, betaine, multizyme, Enzicor, anything with the word zyme are enzymes that will help work on this area. If you can't find any of those and you can't get down to the clinic to pick them up, or to a clinic wherever you are that sells decent quality healthcare digestive enzymes, then you can use some apple cider vinegar, and sometimes a tablespoon of that 3 times a day can help to offset that. Moving through the stomach, that's going to help your stomach, onto the liver. There's a lot of alcohol going around, a lot of sugar, and a lot of carbohydrates, and as you know, carbohydrates break down into sugars, so the liver has to handle all those, and the liver will get congested. Alcohol it has to process, also has to process other drugs if you're taking any drugs. So if we can increase the water, so for every glass of alcohol you do, have a glass of water. That'll balance things out, make your body handle it better. Take your liver supplements. Carbohydrates will deplete B vitamins. So if you've got a whole B vitamin supplement with nutritional yeast or brewer's yeast in there, please take it. If you have a synthetic one that's just high in Bs, take it for a few weeks. It's not going to do you any harm as long as you don't take it for more than about 2 or 3 months. That's when you can run into problems. I want you to understand that when you get alcohol, 25% goes right into the bloodstream, but the other 75% is absorbed in the gut down through here. So to slow that absorption so you don't get loopy, and you can tolerate more alcohol at different functions, family functions or events or celebrations, you can do it with food. Food will buffer that so you don't get all the alcohol going into the blood. And then things that will help you to maintain liver health over this challenging time are things like choline, beta food, Livco, Livton, anything that will thin out and take the stress off the liver cells through there. So things like choline and the B vitamins, silymarin, which is in Livco. And then finally, the gallbladder is the third thing I want to talk about. The gallbladder, this is peak time for gallbladder surgeries right now in the US. Always over Christmas and New Year, because people eat too much rich food and they don't have the best working livers and gallbladders. So how do you get more out of your gallbladder? I want to make sure that if you're experiencing any extra belching, fullness or bloating or constipation, it can point towards a gallbladder problem. Increased soreness in this area can also do that. So choline, bile salts, beta food, AF beta food, all of those things can make a big difference on taking this down. And of course you can always use some magnesium if you're constipated, because that'll a lot of times get things moving. So there are some tips for surviving the holidays. We talked about chewing the food, taking some digestive enzymes on the stomach, and helping support the liver and gallbladder so you don't get constipated. Again, my name is Dr. Simon Agger, and have a great holiday.